Unfortunately, today's LEGO organizing video starts off with some bad news for the majority of people tuning in, and also most certainly bad news for me, and that's because it turned out that only 22% of you actually want to see me organize this Sterilite drawer that I have here. What I'm hoping though is that I can somehow through this video convince the other 78% of you that this will be a good time. We're going to find some great stuff and we're just going to have a whole lot of fun. So join me as I try to convince the majority of my audience that this video isn't going to suck. I might be an optimist, but I like to think that the only person this video will actually be terrible for is for me, because I'm the one that actually has to go through this and take care of everything in here. But that's exactly what I'm going to do. This one, I think the reason that most people didn't want to see this versus the other drawer that I had was because the other one was a lot fuller, and that just naturally is the one you want to go for, right? But did that one have a Happy Meal toy inside? I don't think it did. In fact, that was pretty much all Lego, but maybe there's some other surprises in this. I don't know the backstory on this particular drawer, but I'm very curious to find out what's all in here. So let's go ahead and dump it out and see what we're working with today on what is a much lighter drawer. I didn't weigh it, but I did in yesterday's video, so we'll have to splice that footage in here because that's too late now. We'll do this the old school way. It was 4 pounds. 15.8 ounces. We'll call it 5 pounds. And that's a nice consolation prize for me, because even if the 22% of people who I think will like this video don't, I'm still getting 5 pounds organized in the collection. And that takes us down to 342 pounds when I'm done with this. But before we do that, let's move some things around and see what we got here. Lots of smaller parts once again. There are, you see any non-Lego in here? I'm sure there's some. I keep finding these stair pieces every single time. There's that Happy Meal. We got a saw blade in here. We got a plow. I had this piece as a kid. I remember the set that this came from. It was like a rig that had that on the back. We got some walls, some rock walls. I've got a large collection of those growing, and there's, right there is 4 more of them. We got more pullbacks in here. We've got boat pieces. We got, oh, that one's looking a little dirty there. Not a big fan. Yeah, all these drawers are starting to look the same, but I will go through this and we're going to get it all sorted out, and I'll show you what I come away with in this rounding up 5 pound lot of Lego, and one more needs sorted drawer finally getting taken care of. Another little victory for me is that this drawer, I don't need to repurpose for anything. I've got all of my drawers down here that I'm using to put all of my categories in. So we're actually going to have an empty Sterilite drawer, which is a beautiful thing. Speaking of beautiful things, I'm kind of curious about this. I know we Brickognize a lot. Have we ever eBayed to see exactly how much or what this thing is? Obviously, we're all here for the Lego. Well, at least 22% of us are. And sometimes finding the non-Lego stuff is what's the most fun, right? Like, it keeps things kind of fresh and interesting for me. There is that all it does? I think so. There's a dinosaur. And, you know, as fun as it is getting yet another vintage window piece that I don't have place for, or another one of those, or my third M-Tron piece that's like this is unique. Let's take a little photo of it here and find out if it has any crazy value. Can I sell this to buy more drawers? Because that would be amazing. Let's see if eBay's as good as Brickognize. There it is. $10 or best offer with shipping. Oh my gosh. Everybody's selling these for $10, dude. I'm in the money. That's enough to get me a Sterilite drawer. Let's see if they're actually selling, though. We got one sold in January for $10.99 with free shipping. Dang. Okay. So maybe it's like, I'd make like $4, $5 if I ship this out. And I'll list it. What the heck? Might as well, right? So there's a Happy Meal toy going on to the store. And that leaves us with a whole bunch of Lego. You're like, Greg, I don't care about the Happy Meal toy. I want to see all the awesome Lego pieces. What is this? This feels very Star Warsy. Feels very, it feels like a TIE fighter almost. It's like a TIE fighter that lost its side here. Star Wars detectors, I need you. My eyes are just like going to all the orange pieces here. Usually I just go for plates, but like, why am I looking at all the orange? Like that brick separator's calling me. These pieces are calling me. That piece is calling me. Oh, we have a minifig here. Somebody was looking at that and they're like, Greg, there's a minifig. It's like a Master Wu of sorts with a C-3PO torso and a gun and his legs. I'm not sure what those legs are, but that's a very interesting figure. We'll take those off and we'll put him in with the rest of the minifigs that we acquired from the collection. I did see something else in here. Oh, we got a little Bionicle action. I didn't even show you the best stuff when we were starting out there. Clark loves these. I don't know if he constructed that or if that's an actual Bionicle, but we also have like other parts there for him too. Give him a little chest piece, of course. Oh, this is cool. Vintage Technic. It's like a wheel assembly, steering wheel, that actually turns the wheels. I'm trying to do it one-handed, but you can see the wheel turning there. That side, yeah. That's cool. I'm putting that aside. We'll put that with the Technic. Uh-oh. Shield your eyes, my friends. I think we got some Mega here. Shield your eyes. There it is. Unless you like Mega, which is totally fine. I'm just making jokes. Dude, what is this? What is... I don't have that in my collection. All right, Brickognize, we're looking it up. I actually have a little collection of pieces that I've been gathering together to make a video. Maybe like the top 10 interesting pieces or something. It's supposed to be 5, but now this would be 6. So let's go to Brickognize and look this baby up. Let's see if it recognizes the McDonald's thing in the background there too. Video back base. Okay. Yep, that's it. In white, there's 758 of them. Came in 13 sets. And it was... 2 of them were the Candy Castle stage and Candy Mermaid Beatbox, both from 2021. Did I have these sets? I think I might have had that set. I don't know how we got it, but that's probably where it's from. This feels like one of those leg pieces off of that Knight guy that I had. I had this red Knight. I made a little video on him. Actually, it was on TikTok. I did it during the quarantine streams when we were doing the pandemic thing. And that's like a piece like that. I think I'll kind of put that with my Bionicle stuff, I suppose. We have a tail here from a crocodile. Set that aside. I love these pieces. This reminds me of like 1993 in Lego when I was collecting the space sets from that era. Maybe 94, because I remember being at my Graham's house. We'll put that there with the boat. That's a helicopter thing. We got more windshields. These things I've been acquiring a lot of as well. If you look into my wheels, we got them in black, we got them in olive, and then we got them in, they're not quite the same, but kinda, got them in gray. I don't know what I'll use those for. Something, someday. I need to get focused here. I'm a little excited. I'm just having having a fun time. And you're probably not. 78% chance you're not. So I will jump into this and I'll kind of give you updates along the way as I go through all this stuff. I think we've spent enough time looking at all the fun stuff, and now we got to get this finished. And I have to say, that sort went very quickly compared to the last bin, the 78% bin, as we call it now. That one took me forever. This one, literally just listened to an audiobook and I realized I was done. So let me take you on another Greg's tour of semi-sorted Lego piles. This is what it looks like. And I guess we'll just start over here. We got our tiles, we've got our slopes, we've got our bricks, we've got our wheels, we've got our windshields, we've got our, I call these boat pieces. We've got plates, we've got engines, aircraft pieces, I guess what I'm calling that. We've got steering wheels, we've got dishes, we've got the masonry bricks. I just classify those as the same. We've got the old school hinges, we've got the new school hinges, we've got all the stuff that goes in tackle boxes. Do I need to go on here? Maybe I do. We've got all the Technic over here. We've got our vintage windows. We've got our studs on side, or as you guys like to call them, snot. We got arches. We've got Bionicle and other hinges. We've got claws, is what I call them. We've got the studs on side plates. And most importantly, we've got parts here that I thought were very interesting and ones that I don't have in my collection, which can only mean one thing. It's time to Brickognize, your favorite part of this series, from what I can tell, when I looked up pieces and we find out what the backstory is on them, where they came from, and how plentiful they are. I realize there is a chance that maybe this isn't your cup of tea, and if that's the case, you are more than welcome to leave. Just know that I got another 5 pounds of Lego down, and we're looking good. This thing, oh my gosh. Projectile launcher, Bionicle weapon, Midax, Zamor, Sky Blaster with black housing. Oh. These descriptions are insane. Let's take a look here. That's exactly the one that it is. There's 45 of them for sale on Bricklink. 40 cents, so not a super expensive part, but it only appears in one set. And that set is 8864 Desert of Destruction. It's like a giant truck. Can I actually get a shot of this? Can we zoom? Bro, it's giving me a lot of trouble because like when I zoom in, I can't see it, but it's right there on the back of that vehicle right there. So if you're ever curious, if you ever find one of these, 8864 is the set that it's from, and it's right there. This next one that we're looking at is an interesting one because it's sort of like those roof pieces that you use on cars back in the old days when I was growing up. In fact, this is the piece that I had plenty of. I never had one with sides on it like this. So that made it interesting enough to look up, and I saved a little bit of time there because I imagine you don't want me going through this whole process. This thing is a windscreen 4x4x2 canopy extender with hinges, and if you're curious about a price on this, it is cheapest in the United States is 12 cents. For one of these. The good news, or maybe bad news, it's in 8 sets. In black, though, it's only in 1 set, which is this emergency evac. And if we zoom in, you can see it right there on the back of this. Mine, though, does not have any stickers on it. But there it is. That's the piece right there. 12-cent piece. Not valuable, but new to me and interesting enough, I think, to share. This next one that I have here, once again, a piece that I've never had in my collection, I've never seen before. This is called a wedge 4x3 cut back with cut out 2 studs is what it's called. You guys wonder why I don't know the Bricklink terminology, but let's see. It's in 24 sets, and in black, oh, it's in a number of sets from the 2009, 2005, 2011, 2005. That's why I don't have any of them, because that was not a time that I was collecting Lego, but it's in a bunch of different vehicles. There it is right there. That's the piece. So it seems pretty common, not very valuable, but interesting. I do have one more piece here, if you're still with me. At this point, even the 22% of people are probably struggling. All these pieces are black too, which is interesting. This is like a slope piece, but it's also a cylinder. So let's find out what it is. This is a brick modified octagonal 2x3x1, 2/3 sloped. Good Lord. All right, black, there's 393 for sale. So I imagine it's not super expensive if you're trying to get one of these. What are we thinking here? The cheapest one US, 5 cents. And it's in 9 sets. And in black, once again, it's only in 1 set. That's why I'm having trouble with these. 6135 Spy Shark from 1996. This is the set. I feel like this set has come up before too. Remember when we found that piece right there and I looked it up? I'm a little curious if I have. Yes, I do. I have the windscreen from that. Check that out. And that was from the sort. So maybe we can piece this together from 1996. How many pieces is it? 53 parts and 1 minifig. That seems doable. And I imagine I probably have. Let's look at the inventory on this. I know I should probably do like a screen grab and then put this up, because I imagine this is kind of hard to watch the way I'm doing this. But pretty common pieces. It's got 2 of those. Sugar Shack. We got to find another one somewhere. But the rest of this seems, oh my gosh, so easy, especially considering I already have that piece. Yeah, not that. Oh, the minifig, though, could be problematic. I did not come across that guy. So we don't have that part. And that's kind of the limiting thing about these. Like, I might find pieces, and I might have pieces, but I'm not going to have everything, most likely. But I do have a lot of that. We just got to find that minifig somewhere in the sort. And I have a lot of weight left that we might. You just never know. It's stuff like that right there that makes this so much fun for me to go through, and then also to share with you. Every day that I dump a bin out here on the table, it's like a new adventure. It's a mystery. It's a surprise. It's fantastic. And I hope that maybe I can convince more than 22% of you that this could be fun enough to follow on a daily basis as I go on this Lego organizing journey, and I'm pretty sure that's the case, and I appreciate all the feedback that you guys have given me. It's so cool to see other people that are doing this as well, people that are finding us, that are, well, finding me, I guess. I'm solo sorting here, but rest assured, Clarkman will be back on the scene once we go back into building. This is me just kind of working through the winter and the spring, and we'll have this all done by summer, and then it's like, it's done, and we're on to the next phase. Unless I find a ton of Lego at the community yard sales, which, you know, I would love for that to happen, and we'll add more weight in, and I'll get it done. I'll find a way. So on that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're one of the 78% that thought that you wouldn't, let me know if you did, and I'm going to go ahead and just put this away on my own time. I won't bug you with that, but I hope you enjoyed, and I enjoyed having you. So on that, thank you so much for tuning in, and of course, we'll see you in the next Lego organizing video.